Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we're gonna check fresh release from ICM. As you can see, that's aircraft in 1/32 scale which copies I-16 type 28. It is based on the fresh plastic which was released before, but we had a different type as a first release and now we have a 28. And now we're gonna check it closer. But first, let me remind you that we are still getting money for the new camera and you can help us by pressing the donate button. You choose the amount you would like to help us with, and of course it will help us to get the proper camera with better video and sound quality. So as you can see, box here is quite huge. We have this nice box art on the front, but let's not forget that this is a 1/32 scale aircraft, even though it's I-16, which is basically not that big aircraft. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Again, I will repeat myself that box art is really nice. On the side we have short history note and also information about the kit. There are 115 parts in this kit in 1/32 scale. It's quite surprising, I would say, but from the other side it's really good because you won't have to deal with plenty of small sub parts. You just assemble all important elements together and you will see it in this video review. And here you can see one of the marking options which is also depicted on the box art with white 6 and the lightning on the tail and of course red star. Now let's open this box. As you can see, top part is color printed flexible part which is nice, but what we have under it is a sturdy white cardboard box which should protect everything inside. And as you can see, inside we have several plastic sprues, but again I would say it doesn't look that let's say suitable for 32nd scale, even though once you assemble aircraft it should be quite detailed. Just give me a second to remove them out of the plastic bag and we will check closer what is supplied in this kit. Okay, let's start from the first plastic sprue, which is dedicated to wings and also has some cooling panels. Here you can see propeller hub. Here are two cooling panels for the bottom side, as far as I remember. These are the top ones. Here we have one piece propeller. Overall molding quality is really nice. Note that lower wing half is molded together with wheel wells. We have separate ailerons as far as I can see, and also here we have separate parts for landing gear system. Inside we have position pins which are necessary to have or must have in such big scale, because otherwise it will be tricky to combine these two halves together. And overall molding quality is really nice. As you can see, parts are clean and crisp, so you won't find any flash around them, and that's really good because you won't have to waste your time for some extra work. Next we have second gray plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to internal elements. Here we have, for example, engine parts. Even though engine is barely visible on the real aircraft, and once you assemble this model it won't be visible as well, it is included into this kit, so you might have to think how to expose it on your aircraft. Also here we have some elements for the cockpit. These are two machine guns, so I guess this hints on the possibility to open your machine gun bay. Here we have the lower part for the pilot seat. As you can see, it is molded as a one-piece part. Note that engine is replicated with help of these two inserts, so from the other side it will be plain as you saw here, but still it should look good once you weather and paint it. Next we have third and the last gray plastic sprue. Here we have fuselage halves. These are molded together with tail segment. Also here we have different cooling panels, also some panels for the fuselage, separate elevators, separate ailerons, separate tail wings which should be assembled out of two halves, and also wheels should be assembled out of two halves as well. So if you have a chance to get a resin replacement, better buy it and use it here because it's a 1/32 scale and it will be visible once you apply it. Note this replication of the fabric surface on the tail. It looks really nice and I think it will look even better once you paint it. Of course, we have here RSS panel lines, everything is in place. Here you can see another tail segment. These are really nice, and let's flip it over. Here you can see that Cockpit has some basic structure inside. Of course, it will be improved once you get some aftermarket set, or maybe do some scratch building on this aircraft. And I think in 1/32 scale it really deserves such treatment, because we can all agree that nice cockpit is a good thing to see in big scale. Next we have transparent sprue, which is packed into the separate plastic bag, and such package should help you avoid possible scratches on the part. I'll show it in a second. Here it is. Here we have only several parts: target side, front windscreen, also dashboard here. But of course, once you buy the aftermarket set for this kit, you won't need this dashboard, because you will have a proper PE or resin replacement. Next we have assembly manual. Assembly manual is printed in form of this large brochure. It's color printed. We have also 2 history notes in Russian and English. Some technical specifications, paints chart is also here, and overall style is typical for ICM. Here we have parts map. Note that all parts will be used except of those 2, and that's quite surprising. Here we have decals. Decals are printed in excellent quality, as you can see. We have also decal for the dashboard, but as I said before, if you plan to use it to use aftermarket set with this aircraft, you won't need any decals for the dashboard. Assembly process starts with wing, then we continue with cockpit, of course. Here you can see rear armor wall being assembled. Here we attach the cockpit floor, dashboard, rudder pedals, different equipment inside the cockpit, and note that some parts look quite detailed, so once you carefully paint them, it should be a good looking realistic cockpit in 1/32 scale. Here you can see we continue with joining the fuselage halves together, then we connect them to the wing part, we attach tail segment parts. Here is the engine assembly. As you can see, engine should be assembled out of 2 halves, and then it is inserted in place. Next we have propeller assembly, front cowling section assembly. We also install different cowling panels in place, and such design should help you avoid possible seams between fuselage halves. So basically the only area you would have to worry about is the tail segment, where you can sand it and get a flush finish. Here you can see landing gear installation. As I said before, don't forget to search for some resin replacement for this aircraft, because it really deserves such upgrade. And the final step is installation of those gun barrels into the wing slots, and of course separate pitot tube. In total you will have to perform 59 steps. Here you can see first marking option, which you also saw on the box art, and here is the second marking option, or actually it is written that it's third, and I'm not sure what's the main difference between those 2, but manufacturer decided to write that there are 3 marking options. Of course, nobody stops you from buying some aftermarket set with decals in order to get different marking on your small I-16. So that's all for this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. We have another proper 32nd scale aircraft from Ukrainian manufacturer, and I think it should be interesting to assemble in such huge scale. Of course, don't forget to write your opinion in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye!